Hey, good morning, everyone. It's time for our weather watch and feeder chat, and I'm having issues with my tripod right now, so you all bear with me for just a moment as I try to figure this out. What is going on? Well, you know what? Gonna have to just do it the best that I can. Glad you all are here with us this morning. I'm Rick. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana, and go live a few times a week with a weather and a feeder watch. That is an eastern fox squirrel that is at our feeder right now. So far today, we've had quite a bit of bird activity. We've had eastern bluebirds, we've had flickers, red-bellied woodpeckers, downy woodpeckers, hairy woodpeckers, several things at the feeders early this morning. As you can tell, there's a little bit of snow coming down today. And I am glad you're here. We'll see what transpires at the feeder this morning. Oh, the snow's picking up a little bit. Glad you're here. Just checking out the activity at the feeder this morning. We're getting a few things at the feeder this morning. Most notably, this squirrel is hanging out. We just had something light at the feeder, but I couldn't tell what it was. Glad you all are joining us for a little feeder watch, a little nature watch this morning. Our yard is a certified wildlife habitat, so we often see lots of cool things here in our yard. Much more than just squirrels, although that's all I've caught on the feeder recently since I've started doing this live. But we've seen deer, raccoon, fox, groundhogs, chipmunks, 3 species of squirrels. We've seen the fox squirrel, which is what you're seeing here right now. We've seen eastern gray squirrels, as well as flying squirrels occasionally. And although flying squirrels are relatively common here in Indiana, they're really not often seen because they're just so secretive, and they're nocturnal, so we don't see them very often. Very cold here. It is 16 degrees right now, and you can tell there's some snow gently falling down. Going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow, but we're looking at maybe some ice tomorrow, which does not sound like a lot of fun. And I've got to take a road trip tomorrow. Hopefully the weather will not interfere with that. My name's Rick. I'm just outside of Indianapolis, Indiana. And I go live a few times a week, often doing these feeder watches and chatting about the weather, chatting about the wildlife that we're seeing. Keep a list of the birds I see at the feeder when I'm doing this. So far this morning, I have seen eastern bluebirds, I've seen a northern flicker, I have seen red-bellied woodpeckers, downy woodpeckers, and hairy woodpeckers. So we'll see what comes up here in the next half hour or so. I really love doing these lives. I love sharing nature scenes, just these gentle, calm, nature scenes with you all, and I appreciate each and every one of you that tune in. Feel free to chat, ask questions. Our yard is a certified wildlife habitat, which is a project we did about 5 years ago, and we love that this is part of our yard. Luckily, it's not very windy today because it's 16 degrees. It would be bitter if it was very windy. You can tell the snow is just gently kind of coming down. Oh, there went my ham radio going off in the background. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn it off before I started the live. This is an eastern fox squirrel visiting our feeder today. Glad you all are joining me this morning. He's moving around a little bit. Oh, where'd he go? Something has kind of scared him off a little bit. We'll see if he can. Oh my gosh, he just completely left. Well, hopefully he'll come back here in a little bit. Gentle snow falling here in central Indiana. Hopefully we'll get some activity at the feeder here in a little bit. Not much going on at the feeder right now. We've had a decent amount of activity this morning, and hopefully it will pick back up again before I need to go off the live, but I am so glad that you all have joined us today. My name's Rick. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. Currently 16 degrees, a light, gentle snow falling. It's going to be very, very cold all day here in central Indiana. Glad you all are joining us today for a little bit of a feeder watch. There's not a lot going on. Well, I'm going to move the camera around because we do have a downy woodpecker at the soot feeder there. These are so cute. It's sometimes hard to tell downy woodpeckers from hairy woodpeckers. Soot is a great food to feed in the wintertime if you're wanting to attract woodpeckers, and we sure have lots of them. Red-headed woodpeckers, red-bellied woodpeckers, we have downy woodpeckers, lots of others, and they don't often stay at the feeder for a real long time. I'll go back to the go back to the tripod here so we can keep it. I see the squirrel up in the tree, so hopefully he's making his way down to just saw a couple. Oh, that's a chipping sparrow that just showed up at the other feeder. Chipping sparrows and house sparrows are often difficult to tell apart. They have a little different flight pattern, and if you look back on the tree, you'll see a nuthatch creeping down the side of the tree. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me for the sneeze. And the woodpeckers are really enjoying the soot feeders this morning. Up, and he's off. Ha 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 ha! I gave it a try. He's back. Let's see if we can do this. I guess I need to get a different. You can see him hanging on the feeder. There is. Can't tell. Oh, there's a flicker on the soot feeder. Don't know why the squirrel took off. I'm going to come over to the soot feeder. And of course he's behind the, there he is. Love our soot feeders. Love all of our bird feeders. Starting to see a little snow on the road. That's an eastern bluebird. Oh my gosh. Those have become much more common. Cat is here. Cat, it's good to see you. The color on the bluebird does not show up real good, but oh my gosh, we are getting lots of activity at this other soot feeder. That's a red-bellied woodpecker. Even though it has a red head, there's a difference between a red-bellied woodpecker and a red-headed woodpecker. So the red-headed woodpecker, the head is completely red. On the red-bellied woodpecker, it's only red on the top and down the back, not absolutely completely red. These are much more common than the red-headed woodpecker. So red-bellied woodpeckers are the most common, I believe, woodpecker in North America. And boy, look at him going after that soot feeder. Only going to be in here about probably 7 or 8 more minutes. We'll see. I'm going to need to get a second tripod so I can move stuff around and not have to handheld when something gets on a different feeder. Sorry about that. There we have a downy woodpecker. He is very hungry this morning. Oh my gosh, lots of activity. Like I said, we're getting snow this morning, as you can tell, and it's very cold. 16 degrees here right now. Very light winds, which is good. You know, if it was 16 degrees and the wind was howling at 30 miles an hour, it would not be fun. I just saw something scamper up the tree and I missed what it was. Kat, hope you're doing well this morning. How's the weather out there in North Carolina? I'll bet you are warmer than we are. Hi, buddy. High of only 34. Well, that's, gosh, about 15 degrees warmer than we're going to be. I think our high is supposed to be 9 today, or 19 today. So going to be pretty chilly. There's the bluebird. There's a good shot of the bluebird up on top of the soot feeder there. These are so beautiful. And we started putting bluebird houses out, and it has really helped to draw them to the area. Bluebirds have made a big resurgence here over the last probably 5 years or so. I will be live later on this afternoon also if we get some more squirrel activity, especially at the feeder. It's been a little slim this morning, but I have logged about 7 or 8 different species this morning, which is pretty nice. We got something popping over to the other feeder. No, they're gone already. Hi, buddy. As you can tell, we have hardly any wind today, as you can tell by the snow just gently falling down, and because it's so cold, I am grateful for that. We have a lot of blue jays. They're really common here, which is interesting because I would think you're in a more rural area than we are. I would think they would be very common there. We have a lot of blue jays, a lot of cardinals. Don't see the cardinals so much in the wintertime, but we do see them occasionally here in the winter. We see them a lot in the summertime. Wind's picking up a little bit, as you can tell. Snow's starting to go sideways. When I remember growing up in Tennessee, that was everywhere. There's another downy woodpecker. Was June bugs. My goodness, we had June bugs everywhere growing up there in the mountains of East Tennessee. We don't see as many of those here as we did down there. I'm glad that you were able to stumble on the live here today. Kat, you're always so supportive, and I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, yes. I remember when I lived down in Missouri, down in the Ozarks, it snowed only once every 2 or 3 years, but when it snowed, it was absolute panic. There's another downy woodpecker at the suet feeder. The older I get, the less I deal well with winter. Oh my gosh, I hate that. Maybe I should start tweeting out if I'm going to go live. I'll try to do that this afternoon if we get some activity at the feeder. It's been a little light this morning. Had a squirrel there for a little bit. I'm going to be here for about another minute and a half. I'm going to cut this at 20 minutes and go get some stuff done. But I appreciate folks that have tuned in today and chatted about the weather. We'll see how much snow we have on the ground when I go live this afternoon. YouTube is a whole different animal, isn't it? All right, well, looks like the feeder activity has pretty much slowed down for the moment. I'll see you guys probably after lunch. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a fantastic day. Once my grandson gets here, you might see that. I hope you have so much fun, Kat. I'm so excited you get to spend some time with your grandson. That's so exciting. Anyway, everybody have a fantastic day, and I'll be back this afternoon, probably. If we have squirrels or birds or a lot of snow. Oh,